This is what happens when you take way too much Viagra. Well, I told you, no more than 3 pills. No more than 3. Sorry about that. We had to rush Bill to the hospital. Anyway, he'll be alright. We're going to make some pepperoni sauce today. I haven't made this in a while. And it's something I used to make years ago, and it's really, really good. And here's all the ingredients. Man, there's a lot of ingredients, ain't there? 2 cans of crushed tomatoes. Try to get the store brand crushed tomatoes, because through the years I've been making sauce for years, so I kind of have it down packed to the way I like it. And people have tasted it and they like it, so I'm telling you how I make it. When you buy crushed tomatoes, try not to get like Cento or the name brand kind. Get the store kind, like America's Choice or Acme or Giant, whatever your supermarket is. Get their brand, because they don't season it. It's actually raw tomatoes. You want to make it from scratch. Even Cento, it is raw tomatoes, but if you look in there close, there's little green spices in there. I think they put like oregano, just a little bit. They put like a little oregano in there, or a little part. I don't know what the hell they do. They put some kind of little seasoning in there. You don't want that. You want to create it from scratch to make it taste good. That's why I don't use that stuff. I used, actually, you know, no name brand, just crushed tomatoes in a friggin' can. That's it. Okay, you need 2 cans of that. And you're going to need butter. I'll show you, not a whole stick, but I'll show you how much. Now, what I do is, when I put garlic in the pan with olive oil, I don't just use olive oil. Olive oil don't have enough flavor. It really doesn't. You use olive oil and a little bit of butter mixed with it. It works excellent. They work great together. And you fry the onions and garlic and sausage and pepperoni in the olive oil and the butter. Yeah. You want it to taste good? Don't even think about dieting or being healthy, or just turn the video off. You either want taste or you want health. Take your pick. So this will be Sunday's dinner today. Pepperoni sauce, that's what I call it. Well, I call it pepperoni gravy, but most of America says sauce, so we're going to try to be politically correct and say sauce. No meatballs with this. What you do is you get a mixture of sausage. You want good grade sausage. If you can't get it, you can't get it. Here's a stick of pepperoni. This is really good pepperoni. It's not real shiny. It doesn't have thick skin on it. Got this from a really good deli. And I think Ebomey. Wait, let me see something. This reminds me of Ebomey. Just this. Doesn't it? Look. The way, like, yeah, right there, that reminds me of Eric. And then, that really reminds me of Eric. Okay, this is really good pepperoni. Alright, I got everything all cut up. I got my onions here. That's about how many onions? Garlic, it's about 4 cloves of garlic. Here's how you want to cut your pepperoni. You want to cut it like this. Shaped like that. Alright. I didn't skin the pepperoni. You can skin it. Just scar the knife down it and pull the skin off. But I don't skin it, because you don't skin sausage. It's the same shit. Here's your sausage. Okay. Everything's pre-cut. Now we're going to go over to the pan. The pot. See what's going on down here. The pot should be preheated. And here's what I do. Get some olive oil. Alright. Not too much, just enough to coat the bottom. You know? And remember, we're putting butter in there too. Here's your olive oil, and then we're going to use about this much butter. Alright. Shove that in there. That's something a lot of people don't do. And I can't believe they don't do it. Okay, and that'll start sizzling. Then we'll put our garlic and onions in there first until they get brown. Oh, that smells good already. It's just garlic and butter. I mean, just olive oil and butter. Can you see that shit? Alright, you want to flame, kind of low flame, because you don't want to burn the garlic. You just want to get it golden. And you want the onions to get golden. And as soon as they get golden, then you put your meat and your pepperoni in there and cook it really, really low. You'll see what I mean. I can't explain it. Alright, now I'm going to put in my onions. Actually, I'll put my garlic in first. Alright. And you don't take everything back out. I see people do that too. After everything's in there and browned, then they take it back out. What the hell are you doing that for? Remember, this stuff all liquefies, man. The garlic and onions, it turns into like liquid. It really cooks down. Alright, I'll throw my onions in there. Alright. All these onions, looks like a lot of onions, but it's not, man. They'll go away. And when they cook in the sauce, you don't even notice them after a couple hours. Alright, so we'll spread that around pretty even. Now what I'll do is I'll get a plastic spatula, because it's a non-stick pan, right? And I'll just make an area in the middle. Like that. And I'll put my pepperoni in. All we're going to do is brown the pepperoni, brown the sausage. And then after that, I'll put my sausage in. Then I'll dump the cans of sauce in there. And then season the whole thing. And let it cook for hours. Hours. As long as I can get it to cook. Remember, do not, I don't know why people are obsessed with tomato paste. Do not use tomato paste. You do not need tomato paste. You don't need it. You do not need it. This sauce will be very, very thick. I never used tomato paste in my life. I don't like tomato paste because it doesn't taste good. And if something don't taste good, you shouldn't put it in the pot. I know it's for thickening up sauce, but tomato paste is for people that don't know how to make sauce thick. That's what that's for. You understand? You won't need that when you watch my videos. You won't need tomato paste, I promise. Alright, this is going to take a while, but I just wanted to show you. Damn. Yeah, I want to thank Russell one more time for this tripod. Dude, you saved my ass with this. I hope he's watching. And dude, I got your PM late. I'm sorry about that. Next time I go to Cabela's, I'll let you know. But Russell got me this tripod, and that's the guy that makes the knives from the railroad spikes. Very talented guy. Alright, that's all real raw right now, and we're just going to let that cook. And I'll let you know when the next step comes. Alright? Alright. Yo. It's still not brown yet, but it's cooking. Everything's starting to soften up. Now that everything's starting to soften up and the juices are flowing, sounds really sexy. We're going to season it. Crushed hot pepper flakes. Just a little, because you don't want to make it too hot. Obviously salt. Now remember, you're going to have to re-season after you dump the sauce in. You have to do the same thing over again. Just the way it is. Black pepper. If you have cracked pepper, it's the best. If you have a pepper mill, which I have, but I don't feel like getting it. And onion powder. Onion powder and garlic powder, probably almost the ingredients for all this Italian food all the time. All this kind of stuff. Any kind of sauces and meatballs and all. It's always garlic powder, onion powder, you know. And real garlic and real onions, of course. And some parsley. You really should put, damn, what's that, new? That figures. You really should put parsley in the sauce more than this, because this kind of cooks it off and you don't want it to do that. But sorry, I didn't know this was a new one. Damn. Trying to open the lid. and parsley. Now another thing you can do, and I do it sometimes, but I'm not going to do it now because it's too early and I don't want to waste the beer. And you can put a shot glass of beer in there instead of wine. You can use wine, but you can use beer too. Beer has that, you know, beer is a wonderful seasoning for meat or gravy or sauce, you know what I mean? Rump roasts and shit, beer is awesome. Same with wine, you can use it on all the same things. And that's it, it's all kind of seasoned up. Now I'm just going to get everything moving around a little bit. And then now it's seasoned. So now I'm going to put my lid back on and let it continue to brown. Alright, be back soon. Alright, see how nice and brown that sausage is getting? Remember, you don't want to pour the sauce in until you get the nice brown, crispy edges on the sausage. Don't worry about the pepperoni, they're getting brown too. You see that one, like right here? See the edge is nice and brown? Remember, after it cooks all day, the pepperoni will be as soft as the sausage. You know how much flavor is in pepperoni and sausage? Do you know? It's overflowing, loaded with flavor. You know how much flavor is going to be in this sauce when it's done? I love a lot of flavor. This is what it's all about, man. And I have a low flame, so the garlic's not burning, the onions ain't burning. Everything's nice and golden brown, so you got to be patient. It takes a while. Just to get these brown without burning and everything, it takes a good 20-25 minutes. It's a long time. Here's the I want to thank Ruger Lover, man, one more time for sending me these new knobs for my stove. Ain't they beautiful? He's the man. There's your setting. See how I got it? Low. I got it about right there. I mean, that's this stove. I don't know how your stove is, but it's kind of low. And even that's kind of high. I need to turn that sucker down more. Now, when I put the sauce in here and let it cook all day, I put it all the way to low. You can barely see the flame because it has to cook all day, okay? Now this is just about ready to put the sauce in. See how brown the sausages are? The more brown you make the sausage, the better it's going to taste, because that fat on the sausage that's brown, it caramelizes and it gives you a sweet, salty flavor. It's hard to explain. That's why you do that. Alright, I'm going to put the sauce in now. I say gravy, but I don't feel like going on a debate. Okay, there's one can. There's two. You know, this is going to cook all day, man. This is going to be good. Too bad there's no one over here to enjoy it. I think I'm going to have my man Ron over, since he's my only local friend, for a Flyers game, and we're going to do this. Now, since the sauce is in there, now the whole thing has to be re-seasoned. Okay? What I will do, I don't use tomato paste, but since it has to cook all day long, you have to give the gravy some relief, because there ain't enough liquid in it. So what you do is you put about a quarter of a can of water in there. A quarter of a can, that's it. Oh, watch. That's it. And we'll just stir that all up. And then now I'm going to season the sauce. Let me put this on the tripod. Alright. Oh, man. It's arthritis, man. Oh, I hate it. Okay. Remember what I said, good cheese, right? Romano or Lucatello or Fontanella, whatever. Need a lot of cheese. Look at that. Lot. Same thing again. Garlic. Onion powder. Just got to re-season, because a lot of the seasons, for some reason, it gets cooked off. Salt. Black pepper. Now we already got the red pepper flakes in here. We don't want this like chili now. It's not going to be real hot. And, very most importantly, sugar. Sugar. Just a little. A little more. Just a little. Okay? What the sugar is for, it cuts the acid. And you know how lemonade has a tarty taste? Well, tomatoes have the same thing, and the sugar cuts that out. Okay, that's what the sugar's for. Now I'm going to mix it. Damn, I just cleaned this whole stove. I seen the last video, I was like, damn, that stove range looks nasty as hell. I gave it a good cleaning. I don't want you guys to think I'm a scumbag. Okay. Just, yeah, and that's pretty much it now. Now it's just going to cook. Now what I do is, at first, I'll put the lid on, because I don't want the moisture to 100% escape right away. So I'll put the lid on, but I'll leave it cracked. Okay, that's no sense of tasting it yet. It's gonna taste like shit. This ain't gonna taste good. I won't even bother. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. I won't even bother tasting this until 10. Around 10 o'clock. Then I'll start tasting it. So right now it's gonna taste like hot V8 juice. It's gonna taste like fucking, you know, tomatoes. We don't want it to taste like tomatoes. We want it to taste like a red gravy. That's why we call it gravy. Okay, so the sausage, everything's in there. It's going to cook, and we'll put the lid on like this, like that, and leave this, let some moisture escape so it can get thick. But we don't want too much moisture escaping, because we got to cook it long. So I'll leave it cracked. It's a cracked, alright. And my thing's on low, and that's it. Every 15 minutes I'll come over and stir it. Now there's one more thing I want to show you. If you guys can get this kind of pasta, I'm telling you, it's like night and day. I know what most of you are used to. I know most of you are used to this stuff. This stuff in the box. It's good. It's very good pasta. You know, doesn't matter what brand you get. You know, it's Barilla, whatever. It's good stuff. But if you really want to make it extra special, and you're having a hot chick come over and you want to impress her, and you want her to jump your bones later. Is that an old-fashioned term or what? Jump your bones? I'm trying to keep it clean, guys. I'm doing my best. You know what I mean. You want to get this kind of pasta. Now, if you have a local Italian pastry place near you, which I do, it's called Scaramucci's. This is called fresh pasta. This is fresh. Actually, this is actually fresh dough. This is the best. And it cooks faster, cooks in half the time, and it tastes 1,000 times better. When I tell you 1,000, than that traditional hard box pasta. Okay, so try to get this stuff. If you see it in your supermarket, grab it. You might find it in the freezer section, because you can freeze it. All right, this is what we're going to use today. All right, that's it. Talk to you guys not for a long time. All right, it's 10:07. The sauce has been cooking for 2 hours. Now I'll check it. I've been coming over maybe every 15 minutes and just giving it a stir. This is, you know, it's a long process, but it's so worth it, man. It really is. This sauce looks good. It's not too red looking. It's kind of on the orange side. That's what you want. When it's real deep red looking, it's not good. That means it's still raw. And I just tasted it, and I'll tell you what. I have to pat myself on the back, man. This shit is good. And there is the that's it. Piece of pepperoni right there. Piece of sausage. The pepperoni's still hard. That won't be soft probably till about 12 o'clock. But just let it sit in there and simmer and let the flavor run all through it, man. It's getting flavored by that sausage and pepperoni. And it's good. It does. I just tasted it. It doesn't need any more cheese. It's really good. It's not sweet. You don't want your sauce to be sweet. It's not sweet. And the only thing I'm going to do right now is get a beer. I know it's a little early for a beer, but I'm going to have to drink one. I'm going to add a little beer to it. And don't ever add beer or wine you would not drink. If you're going to add wine, make sure it's your favorite wine. If you're going to add beer, make sure it's your favorite beer. So don't just grab any wine or any beer. It's, you know, it's common sense. Right now I'm liking Molson Ice. So I'm going to take just a little bit of Molson Ice, and it'll foam up. I'll just put like a shot glass's worth. Not even. See what it does? Foams up. That's it. That's all you want in there. And it'll give it a hint of that, you know, barley beer aroma. It's so good. You know what I'm saying? Now I'll let that continue to cook. And so far, it's right on the money. I'm tasting it, and it's right on the money. Now, from now on, the lid stays off now. The lid stays off because I'm looking at it. It's kind of thick, but it could be thicker. And another way you could test sauce when it's done, if you dip the spoon in there, and then you lift it up, and it doesn't stay on the spoon. See how it's not staying on the spoon? It's not ready yet. That's another way to test it. Dip the spoon in, lift it up. It's hanging on a little bit there, but when it's done, I'll show you later, it stays on the whole spoon, okay? So that's another way to check to see if your sauce is done yet. So now with the lid off, it's 10 o'clock. We'll check it around 12 o'clock and see how much better it gets. Right now it's tasting really, really good, so. Yo, it's almost done. It's almost done. It's get done a little more quicker than I thought. So when that happens, I might need to add just a little bit more water to give it more cooking time. The reason why you gotta let it cook so long, now the gravy taste where it is right now, it's perfect. It tastes really good. But to get the sausage tender, you gotta cook it for a long time. So what I'm gonna have to do is just add just a little bit more water to the sauce, so it'll give it more cooking time. Got what I'm saying? I want to thank someone real quick because I have to, because he's a good dude. I want to thank Tadpole 696 for this beautiful white Giroux jersey. It's Giroux, not Guru. Giroux, G like J. And I'm trying not to get it too close to the pot of sauce because it's splashing and bubbling and shit. And that's all I need to do is get white sauce on this white. Rich, I want to thank you for this jersey. I'm really loving it. It fits good, and it's got the patch on there. And I just wanted to show that. Any of you guys like these high quality jerseys? Go to Tadpole 696. He does the NFL, the NHL, and baseball. You can get any team you want for a very good price. Very ridiculously cheap price. Just wanted to show that real quick. And let me get this out of the way. Let's see how our sauce is looking. Now, I never called it sauce in my life till I got on YouTube, because I know a lot of people don't call it sauce, so I call it gravy. Looks good. Now look at this. Really? Does that look like it needs tomato paste? There is no tomato paste in there. You do not need tomato paste. There's my proof for you. So if you use tomato paste, please stop, try it without it, and I guarantee you your sauce will taste better. Alright? That is really thick. I mean, look at that. It's holding the friggin' spoon up. Almost. Alright? So, let's test the one of the pepperonis. I don't want this video getting too long, but I want to test one of the pepperonis, see how soft they are. And when the pepperoni's real soft, I know everything's done because it takes long. Yeah, it's kind of soft, but it's still hard. It's got some cooking to do. Alright guys, next time I turn the camera on, you're going to see the finished product on a plate, okay? Since it's I had to add water, I'm just going to put the lid back on it, leave it a little cracked, and that's it. Alright, one more time. Oh, sorry. What are you doing? You helping me out? She finally came home. I cooked all morning, and now she's home. Now she's going to take over. The sauce is done.
Look at this gravy he made.
Yeah, it's good gravy. That's without tomato paste. Will you please tell people you don't need tomato paste?
Oh, no paste.
No, you don't need it. Thank you.
No.
what pisses me off is the freaking cooking shows. They tell people to use tomato paste. They're supposed to know what they're doing. Wow, the Flyers look like shit, and then in the third period they played like champions. Why do they do that? Oh man. Anyway. Yeah, that's the good stuff. That's fresh spaghetti. Okay. Alright. That'll feed what? 3 adults? Easily.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 adults. Alright, we're going to throw it in the water. You guys know how to do it. This kind, is there any tricks with this? Any at all? Tricky?
Nah, just
It's
gotta
pretty
stay
much the
with it.
same thing, right?
Cooks really fast.
It cooks really fast. Thank God, because I'm starving. Alright. Okay. We'll see you pretty up the plate and show everyone what a finished plate looks like, and then
Alrighty.
we can eat and get this video uploaded.
You got it.
Alrighty then. There's the finished product. You're not going to dump that on the floor, are you?
Depends on how nice you're gonna be.
There it is. I know it's hard to tell with the camera, but that is like really homemade sauce. And if you can see, I know you can't see it, that kind of fresh pasta. It tastes like it just came off the pasta roller. I mean, that's how good they are. There's your sausage on the side. There's a piece of pepperoni there. I want that, it's mine. And that's it. And you get a hot girl with it. Do I get the hot girl with it?
Depends if you're gonna be nice.
Okay, we'll see. Alright guys, hope you liked the video. That's it. See you later.
Thanks for